Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very interesting scenarios unfolding right now here in price action of Bitcoin. As we can see guys, nothing much has changed since our last update. Yes, Bitcoin has found support above 90,000, but the actual question here is, will it also break out from this CPR trend line? Because we know for the month of December, if you want to see the price of Bitcoin showing an actual strength, I mean a continuation towards this first bullish target according to our leading indicator, which is around $107,500, we must flip these trend lines into proper support. Otherwise, even after a rally like this, it could still fake out. Yes guys, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin failing to find support above the CPI trend line means even after a rally, a relief rally like this, it could still head towards the first bearish target for the month of December, which is around $76,900. So you can see R1 line, our first bullish target, S1 line as our first bearish target. So if we flip December CPR in between 95,900 to 92,000 into proper support, R1 will be attracting us. But price failing to find support inside the CPR means S1 line will be attracting us. But we know it won't be that easy for price of Bitcoin to break out of this December CPR. The reason is simple, because it's not just only the top, central and the bottom CPR line which will be acting as resistance. Parallelly, Bitcoin will also face resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, which is still in a bearish cross. Yes guys, blue line at the top, green line at the bottom happens when the price is in a downtrend. You can see each and every time whenever we have seen a breakout, right, a price breaking to the downside, we have also seen this Williams alligator indicator forming a bearish cross where blue line starts appearing at the top and green line at the bottom. And if we look in our case, you can see, yes, we are doing our absolute best to break out from these moving averages. But we know along with the CPI indicator, even this Williams alligator indicator will be acting as resistance. And that is why I want you to wait until price flips this December CPI into proper support if you are looking for any long opportunity. Otherwise, despite a rally which could happen here in the medium short term, right, like this, a relief rally, it could still fake out. And that is exactly what I want you guys to avoid. And beside this example, yes, we are aware Bitcoin parallel is also forming a squeeze in our Bollinger Band, and Bollinger Band squeeze usually indicates incoming volatility. And if you monitor this price action carefully, yes, we are above the central line or the basis line, which in our case will be holding us around 90,000. So that's why you can see 90,000 now is slowly turning into proper support. But an actual bullish breakout will only happen once we overcome the resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, resistance from this CPI trend line, because breaking out of that trend line means price here will also break out of the upper band. And we know upper band from Bollinger Band only gets broken when we are in an uptrend. So that's why guys, that's why we must flip the resistance from the CPI trend line, Williams alligator indicator into proper support if we want to see Bitcoin showing a continuation like this. I mean, this here is a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle bias usually is neutral, but in our case, we broke out of the upper band. Let's say this is a bullish breakout, but even for this bullish breakout to turn out like this, we must overcome the resistance which we have from this CPI indicator. But if you look at this top CPI line, it sits around 95,900. So let's say 96,000. So what could happen here is that price, if it holds the 90,000 support line, it could show a small relief rally around 96, even up to 97,000. But the real question will be if this gets flipped into support or not, because I just showed you, even after a rally, it doesn't mean we are bullish. First, we have to overcome certain key line. Otherwise, even after a bullish move like this, it could still fake out. Yes, guys, it could still fake out because price parallelly is also failing to break out from this horizontal trend line. This horizontal trend line, for now, along with the Williams alligator indicator, right? Along with the Williams alligator indicator, CPI indicator will be holding us. So that is another reason why for us, a breakout from this CPI trend line is important, because breaking that means we will be breaking all of the bullish scenarios which are lining up parallelly, and price for the coming days could actually favor the longs. Why longs? Because price here, if you look at this in a daily time frame using a falling channel, is also forming a bullish continuation pattern. And if you monitor this price action carefully, you can see we are above this falling trend line which previously rejected us. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that if this results in another bullish continuation, right, like this, first we must overcome the horizontal resistance which I just showed you from this 1 2 3 reversal pattern. Then we have to overcome resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, and parallelly even from this CPI indicator, because once we do that, you can see the price for the coming days actually could turn very bullish. Because if you look at this example here on the right hand side, after breaking out of the upper trend line resistance, price usually turns bullish in a falling channel. So for this continuation, for this confirmation, what must we do? We must flip this resistance into proper support, because we know if we do that, I mean, if price breaks out of this resistance areas, right, then parallelly what is going to happen is that we will start with a relief rally which has let the price of Bitcoin break out of this 50 exponential moving average, but at the end headed towards the original direction. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that after testing this 100 exponential moving average, you can see the price of Bitcoin is also showing some sort of a rally. So if we do break out of this resistance area which I just showed you, we might head towards this 50 exponential moving average and even higher before deciding the trend duration. So if history repeats again, then you can see after a relief rally, after a bullish breakout above 50 exponential moving average, it usually head towards the original direction, which is to the downside. But even if this bearish scenario plays out, first what must happen here? A rally, a move which could bring the price of Bitcoin above 50 exponential moving average before deciding the direction. So what will play a very important role here? I mean, to see Bitcoin breaking to the upside or to the downside? The upcoming FOMC meeting. Yes, guys, this next FOMC meeting, which is going to take place in 1 day 15 hours from now, it is going to decide whether we are going to see a bullish breakout or a bearish breakout. Because according to this target rate probabilities for 10th December, the Fed meeting, you can see around 87.3 are expecting Fed to cut the rate. Yes, guys, Fed to cut the rate by 25 BPS, and around 12.7% are expecting Fed to keep the rate as it is. So if we do see a rate cut, right, so far this probability has been correct. So if we do see a rate cut, then it might boost the price of Bitcoin or the entire crypto market, which will help us to break out of this December CPI, break out of this Williams alligator indicator, break out of this horizontal trend line from this 1 to 2 reversal pattern, which then will result in a bullish continuation for the upcoming days. And in that case, we would say a move which could bring us above 50 exponential moving average. So guys, this was some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed this $30,050 in welcome rewards from Bybit, then definitely check it out, because this event is temporary. And if you are an experienced trader who want to take advantage of this market volatility, then the time to act is now. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.